Hello, check. Hello. Check. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಸರ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಓನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡೋಣ.
India's #1 tech-enabled construction company. It can
ಬಸವರಾಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬೇಗ.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I request all of you to switch off your mobile or put it in silent mode, please. The honorable dignitaries are on the way to venue. It is indeed pleasure to announce the arrival of Honorable Sri Justice Kameshwar Rao, Judge High Court of Karnataka, and Honorable Srimati Justice Anu Sivaraman, Judge High Court of Karnataka, and Honorable Sri Justice Harish Kumar, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Chairman High Court Legal Service Committee, to the Patron-in-Chief. Now I would like to request to Sri M.L. Raghunath sir to escort our Honorable Sri Justice V. Kameshwar Rao and Honorable Justice Anu Sivaraman Madam and Honorable Sri Justice Srinivas Harish Kumar to the dais, sir. I request Varadaraj sir to escort Sri K. Shishikaran Shetty, Advocate General, Sri K. Arvind Kamath, Additional Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, and Shanti Bhushan H., Deputy Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, to the dais. I request Sri Amarnath K.K., Secretary, High Court Legal Service Committee, to escort T.G. Ravi, General Secretary, and President is on the way. I seek the permission of your Lordship to commence the program, my lord. Please. A warm greetings of the National Legal Services Day to honorable dignitaries on and of the dais. I would like to begin this program with a quote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere," by Martin Luther King. Let's begin this evening with a warm welcome to our esteemed guests. I welcome you all for the program of National Legal Service Day organized by Karnataka State Legal Service Authority in association with High Court of Karnataka, SCLC, DLSA Bengaluru Urban and Rural, and Advocates Association Bengaluru. We are honored to have the presence of Honorable Judges, High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Former Judges, High Court of Karnataka, learned registrars of High Court of Karnataka, learned district judges, learned advocates, law students, faculty members, and other esteemed guests with us today to celebrate the National Legal Services Day. Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, participants, we are gathered here to celebrate the National Legal Services Day 2024. The theme of the year is Empowering Justice, Accessible Legal Aid for All. The day is observed on November 9th of every year to honor the Legal Services Authorities Act. The Act was enacted to ensure that people from underprivileged groups such as women, children, minorities, and marginalized communities have access to legal services and protections. On this occasion, High Court of Karnataka, Karnataka State Legal Service Authorities, in association with High Court Legal Services Committee, District Legal Service Authority, Bengaluru Urban and Rural, and Advocate Association Bengaluru have organized this program for celebration of National Legal Services Day. May I now request all to rise for Nadagite.
ಜನನೀಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಸುಂದರ ನದಿ ವನಗಳ ನಾಡೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ರಸ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಬೀಡೆ ಭೂದೇವಿಯ ಮಕುಟದ ನವಮಣಿಯೇ ಗಂಧದ ಚಂದದ ಹೊನ್ನಿನ ಗಣಿಯೇ ರಾಘವ ಮಧುಸೂದನರವತರಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತ ಜನನೀಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜನನೀಯ ಜೋಗುಳ ವೇದದ ಘೋಷ ಜನನಿಗೆ ಜೀವವು ನಿನ್ನಾವೇಶ ಹಸುವಿನ ಕಿವಿಗಳ ಸಾಲೆ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜಲ ಗೌತಮ ಜಿನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನೀಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಶಂಕರ ರಮನುಜ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಮಧ್ವರ ದಿವ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಕಣ್ವ ಷಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪೊನ್ನ ಸಂಪಲ ಕುಮಿಪತಿ ಜನ್ನ ಕುಮಾರ ವ್ಯಾಸರ ಮಂಗಳ ಧಾಮ ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯಾರಾಮ ಸ್ನಾನಕ ರಾಮಾನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನೀಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಕೈಲಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಡಿದ ನಾಡೆ ಕಂಕಣ ಜಕಣರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವೀರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗ ಕಾವೇರಿಯ ಬಲರಂಗ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನೀಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ ಪಾರಸಿಕ ಜೈನ ಉದ್ಯಾನ ಜನಗಣ ಹೋಲುವ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಧಾಮ ಕಾಯಕ ವೈಣಿಕರ ರಾಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವ ದೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಂಗಳ ದೇಹ ಭಾರತ ಜನನೀಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ.
Thank you all. The Sri Vivek Subba Reddy, President Advocate Association, is entered the venue, and I request sir to occupy the dais, sir. On this auspicious day, it is time to hear Karnataka State Legal Services Authority theme song. It is melodiously sung by Sri Vijay Prakash, renowned singer, and the meaningful lyrics is written by Sri Jayant Kaikini. Let us all listen to KSLSA theme song, please.
ನೀರಿನಂತೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ ಗಾಳಿಯಂತೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ ಜೀವಭಾವದ ದೇಶ ಭಾರತ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು ಭೇದ ಮಾಡದ ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೇಗುಲ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು ನೀಲಿ ಬಾನಿನ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಉಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು ಹೂವು ಚೆಲ್ಲುವ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿಯ ಹಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ Karnataka State Legal Services Authority. Kalsa, Kalsa. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಳಲನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಆಲಿಸುವವರಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬ ಚಿಂತೆ ಏಕೆ? ಈಗ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯವೇ ನಡೆದು ಬರುವುದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗಳಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಸಹಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ನೊಂದವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ದುರ್ಬಲರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ, ಶೋಷಿತರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನ್ಯಾಯ. ಜೀವಭಾವದ ದೇಶ ಭಾರತ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ಭೇದ ಮಾಡದ ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೇಗುಲ ಎಂಬ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು. ನೀಲಿ ಬಾನಿನ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಉಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು, ಹೂವು ಚೆಲ್ಲುವ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿಯ ಹಸಿರ ಹಕ್ಕು ನಮ್ಮದು. ಬಡವರು ಹಾಗೂ ದುರ್ಬಲರಿಗಾಗಿ ಉಚಿತ ಮತ್ತು ಸಕ್ಷಮ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಲಹೆಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಬದ್ಧ ಕಾನೂನು ಸೇವಾ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರ ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ, ನ್ಯಾಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಾಗಿ. ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ, ಕಾಲ್ಸಾ.
Thank you, Your Lordships and others, for listening this theme song. It is now time to welcome the dignitaries. Now I would like to request Sri M.L. Raghunath, Member Secretary, Karnataka State Legal Service Authority, to kindly render welcome address. Thank you.
Very good morning, very good evening to one and all. Honorable the Executive Chairman, Karnataka State Legal Services Authorities, and Honorable Judges of the High Court of Karnataka present and former judges, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege and honor to welcome this august gathering on this auspicious commemoration of Legal Services Day. The Legal Services Authorities Act came into force on 9/11/1995 in order to commemorate the day with the objective to promote access to justice and to celebrate the achievement of the workforce of the legal services institutions by recognizing the exemplary services of panel lawyers, PLVs and all stakeholders. This program is arranged. Karnataka State Legal Services Authorities came into existence on 19/4/1997 and completed remarkable 27 years in enhancing legal literacy and uplifting the marginalized sections of the society. Apart from providing free legal aid to the beneficiaries, Karnataka State Legal Services Authority has been striving hard to create greater legal awareness to the public at large. The learned judicial officers across the state are actively participating in this mission. Karnataka State Legal Services Authority has been successful in conducting national Lok Adalats. Large disposal of pending cases in Lok Adalats has been brought down the pendency. Apart from conducting Lok Adalats, several innovations and achievements have been made by the legal services institutions. It is because of the valuable guidance from the Honorable Chief Justice and Patron-in-Chief of High Court of Karnataka, the Honorable Executive Chairman of Karnataka State Legal Services Authorities, and all the Honorable Judges of the High Court of Karnataka, the Principal District Judges and Judges of District Judiciary, the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority is able to secure the place of number 3 in the order of flank prepared by the LANSA in respect of disposal of cases in the previous Lok Adalat held on 14/9/2024. Altogether, 24 Honorable former Patron-in-Chiefs and 16 Honorable former Executive Chairpersons have rendered their services to this institution. The success story of last 27 years of Khalsa is only the result of their Lordship's contribution. Today, on this auspicious occasion, we are fortunate to have amongst us my Lord Honorable Sri Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman KSLSA, to inaugurate the program. Our Lordship has been our guiding force in achieving greater excellence in legal services. His Lordship is a fountain of inspiration to all the officials of Khalsa as well as District Judiciary. I, on behalf of High Court of Karnataka, Khalsa and DLSAs, and also on my own behalf, extend a warm and affectionate welcome to His Lordship. Welcome, my Lord. Now I request Sri Muralidhar Pai, Honorable Principal City Civil and Sessions Judge, to hand over a book and a flower to the Honorable Justice as a token of gratitude. Honorable Srimati Justice Anu Shivaraman, Judge, High Court of Karnataka and President Karnataka Judicial Academy is always actively supporting the legal services authorities in all its endeavors. I, on my behalf and on behalf of Khalsa, heartily welcome her ladyship. Welcome, my lord. I request Srimati K.B. Geeta, Principal District and Sessions Judge and Chairperson DLSA Bengaluru Rural, to hand over a book and flower to her ladyship as a token of respect. Honorable Sri Justice Srinivas Harish Kumar, Judge, High Court of Karnataka and Chairman, High Court Legal Services Committee, is always a guiding star behind our success and inspiring us. I heartily welcome His Lordship. Welcome, my Lord. I request Srimati H.R. Radha, Director, Bengaluru Mediation Center, Bengaluru, to hand over a book and flower to His Lordship as a token of gratitude. I also welcome all the honorable judges of the High Court of Karnataka sitting at Principal Bench, Kalburgi and Dharwad for their valuable contributions towards legal services and activities of Khalsa. Today we have with us Honorable Sri Justice Sunil Dutt Yadav, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. I, on my behalf and on behalf of the Karnataka State Judicial State Legal Services Authorities, welcome your Lordship. And I request Sri Amarnath K, Secretary, High Court Legal Services Committee, to present a book and flower to our Lordship. Welcome, my Lord. Today we have our Lordship K. Amarananavar, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, present with us. I also welcome you, my Lord. I request Amarnath to offer a book and flower to our Lordship. We also have another Honorable Judge of the High Court, Shri Vijay Kumar Patil and Arvind K.N. I also welcome your Lordships to this function, my Lord. We have also fortunate enough to have the presence of our former Lordships who are also working as chairpersons of several schemes of NALSA. Today we have with us Honorable Justice A.V. Chandrasekhar, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, and leading the NALSA scheme, Legal Services to the Workers in the Organized Sector. I, on my behalf and on behalf of Khalsa, give a warm welcome to your Lordship. Welcome, my Lord. I request Sri Varadaraj B., Member Secretary, DLSA Bengaluru Urban, to hand over a book and flower to our Lordship as a token of respect. We also have Srimati Justice Ratnakala, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, and leading NALSA scheme, Legal Services to the Victims of Acid Attack scheme. I also welcome your Lordship. We have with us today Sri Shashikiran Shetty, Advocate General, Government of Karnataka, and Sri K. Aravind Kamath, Additional Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, and Sri Shanti Bhushan H., Deputy Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, as Chief Guests. All of them have been ever compassionate in all the activities of Khalsa. I extend warm welcome to all of them. I request Sri Sridhar M., Deputy Secretary Khalsa, to hand over a book and flower to Sri Advocate General and Additional Solicitor General of India and Deputy Solicitor General of India as a token of respect. We have with us today Learned President, Advocates Association Bengaluru, Sri Vivek Subba Reddy, and T.G. Ravi, General Secretary, with us as chief guests. All of them have been ever supportive in all the Khalsa activities. I extend warm welcome to all of you, sir. I request Sri P.M. Balasubramani, PRO, Deputy Secretary, to hand over a flower and book to the dignitaries. I also extend warm welcome to Sri K.S. Bharat Kumar, in absentia Registrar General, High Court of Karnataka, and all the registrars of the High Court. I also welcome Srimati K.B. Geeta, Principal District and Sessions Judge and Chairperson, DLSA Bengaluru Rural, Shri Muralidhar Pai B, Principal City Civil and Sessions Judge, Chairman DLSA Bengaluru Rural. I also welcome all the unit heads of Mediation Center, Family Court and other unit heads, and all the judicial officers, staff of the High Court, KSLSA and High Court Legal Services Committee. I also welcome all the panel advocates, paralegal volunteers, representatives and students of different law colleges and school faculty members to this function. I also welcome the print and electronic media who always stood with legal services institutions have been rendering quality services. I extend warm welcome to all who are watching this program through virtual mode also. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome extended to the distinguished guests on and off the dais. I also extend warm welcome to you, sir. Welcome you, sir. Now, we will formally begin this program by lighting the lamp. Now, I would like to request Honorable Sri Justice Kameshwara, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman KSLSA to inaugurate the program by lighting the lamp. May I also request other dignitaries on the dais to join His Lordship.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा
Thank you, my lord. A traditional Indian ritual that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the illumination of knowledge. This act is a symbol of wisdom and guiding light that will shine on our path as we strive to make justice more accessible and strengthen the judicial system. Legal aid is a fundamental part of democratic society, as it ensures that everyone has access to justice regardless of their social or economic status. The Legal Services Authorities Act was enacted to provide legal safeguards and mechanisms for disadvantaged groups. The NALSA was established in the year 1995 to provide free legal aid at national level. There are also other organizations that provide free legal aid, including the Supreme Court Legal Service Committee, State Legal Service Authorities, High Court Legal Services Committee, District Legal Service Authorities, and Taluk Legal Services Committees. National Legal Services Day is a remember to encourage people in need to seek the legal assistance they are entitled to. It also aims to promote legal awareness among the general public. Now, I would like to request Sri Vivek Subbareddy, President, Advocates Association, Bengaluru, to deliver the address. Please, sir.
Honorable Sri Justice Kameshwara, Judge High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Srimati Justice Anu Shivaraman, Judge High Court of Karnataka, Honorable Sri Justice Srinivas Harish Kumar, Judge High Court of Karnataka, Sri Shashikiran Shetty, Advocate General of Karnataka, Sri Arvind Kamath, Additional Solicitor General of India, Sri Shanti Bhushan, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Sri T.G. Ravi, General Secretary of Advocates Association, Bangalore, our Guru, Justice A.V. Chandrasekhar, who is always guiding us and giving us guidance to move on, Honorable Justice Arvind, Justice Sunil Datyal, Justice Vijay Kumar Patil, Justice Amarananawar, Sri Muralidhar Pai, Madam Geeta, Principal Judges, all the judges who are here, and ladies and gentlemen. The biggest task of the century is, or the challenge of the times is, access to justice. And a country is judged always on the basis on which justice is accessible to the weakest, the poorest, and the most remote corners or the forgotten parts of society. A country is always tested as to whether these sections of people have the best quality of justice and they can access it at the best and the most effective costs. And if we look at India and see the landscape over the years, over the past centuries, over the past few decades, since we have evolved as a republic, I think this is one difficult area where we need to absolve ourselves, we need to do more, and the more that we do, the better it is for our society. Therefore, access to justice and quality of justice are the key points, tasks which are before advocates and before judges. How exactly are we exonerating ourselves on these issues, on these matters of importance? Of late, we have seen video hearing has become the order of the day, live hearings. And because of these live hearings, there is so much of an explosion in the awareness of litigants, awareness of citizens. When they see two lawyers arguing and a learned judge deciding, that is when people feel that there is a window through which they can get their rights resolved, addressed, and they can get justice. So in days to come, more and more people who are witnessing this, we have seen that this is an age where discussions before the court become viral. Earlier we thought in social media that just certain bad things were told, negative things were told, but no. Beautiful discussions, eminent arguments are now becoming viral before the society. Therefore, we know where the social mood is, or the trend of the social thinking is. People want to get hundreds of issues redressed through these platforms and processes, through our courts. The question arises that in such times when there is explosion in the docket, we can expect a huge explosion in the docket. Question arises that when such explosion occurs, are we prepared? Is the institution prepared? Are we able to deliver this sort of a justice that is demanded of us to the people of this country? Well, friends, social media and live video hearings have ignited awareness, made people hungry for justice, and today, denial of justice is unbearable. It is intolerable. People cannot withstand denial of justice. So, what is the cost-effective way of bringing justice to the doors of the forgotten man? There's a beautiful incident of Franklin D. Roosevelt. In the height of the 1930s economic depression in America, he was the one who brought America out of depression as a president. And he said that the laws, the institutions, the social evolution of institutions in society, all these are bended towards the rich man. But when do we think of the forgotten man? That was the question he posed. Today, the Legal Services Authority, this great institution, the work it is doing, always brings us back to do something for this forgotten man. Not only do something, but to be as living guardians for this forgotten man. We need to stand up. Even when judges judge or lawyers argue, we never have to forget, we never should forget our duty towards this forgotten man. Friends, I believe that society is an indicator of where we are headed. I hope Legal Services Authority, with all these years of experience, will move towards this direction. As members of the bar, we only expect that there is ever more surge towards catering towards people's needs. And there is a question also, as the plight of an attorney and a judge in other countries versus the plight of an attorney and judge in India. We see that judges and attorneys in foreign countries decide one matter a day or two matters a day. But here in India, we see that we will decide several matters a day. I was surprised to see that councils here in Bangalore or in any part of India have 4, 5, 10 cases a day. But an attorney in a foreign country has only one case a day. So though he can deliver great quality, but still look at the amount of cases that we are handling. So therefore, I feel that we should work hard. There is a trend, sir. Justice Kameshwar Rao sir and Madam Anushivram, Madam and Justice Harish Kumar sir. There is a trend. Each Lok Adalat will take away 1 lakh cases or 4 lakh cases. So as lawyers, there is a concern that what if the docket is wiped off and there is no litigation? But that will never happen. That will never happen. But we always think of that doomsday. But with government as a litigant, that will never happen, because government is always, the bureaucracy is always giving us enough ground for litigation, and the central government also, both the governments included. But that is not the only evil. That is not the only issue. The issue is that, of course, dockets will never get over, but we have to envisage such a doomsday and think that what will happen if such an event occurs. And of course, that's the ideal society. Perhaps Plato in the Republic envisaged that people living without any litigation is the most ideal form of society. Therefore, let us remember that there is a yardstick always. In Indian tradition, we call it Matsya Nyaya. Matsya Nyaya is the bigger fish eats the small fish. And that is justice in the oceans. But that is not justice in our society. Wherever the powerful and the mighty stand against and try to trample over the rights of the poor and the weak, that is when the judges have to step in and make the scales even and say that we will back the man with poverty, the man with weakness, and if he has justice in his side, he is ever so mighty. I hope through the National Legal Services Authority and as judges and lawyers, we fulfill this responsibility. Thank you very much for giving me an occasion to participate in this great function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful address, sir. Now, I would like to request Sri K. Arvind Kamath, Additional Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, to deliver the address, sir. Please, sir.
Honorable Justices Sri Kameshwar Rao, Srimati Anushivraman, Sri Srinivas Harish Kumar, the Advocate General, my good friend Shashikaran Shetty, my esteemed colleague, Deputy Solicitor General Shanti Bhushan, my good friends Vivek Ravi, the sitting and past judges of the Honorable High Court, the Honorable Judges of the District Judiciary, members of the Bar, friends, good evening to everyone. A couple of years ago, when I was looking for some judgment, I stumbled upon a judgment of the Supreme Court in the case of Anita Kushawaha versus Pushap Sudan, a 2016 judgment, in which it was a constitution bench judgment. There was a reference by the bench to decide on a particular issue. The issue was that in Jammu and Kashmir, there were a batch of petitions filed from Jammu and Kashmir that some cases must be transferred out of Jammu and Kashmir and some into Jammu and Kashmir. So the issue was, the arguments were that the provisions of Section 25 CPC do not apply to Jammu and Kashmir. This was the pre-370 abrogation days. And they said, so therefore it is not possible to transfer. On the other hand, the argument was, now are you preventing people from participating in the proceedings? If you don't transfer, the concerned party will not be able to participate. So the issue was how to resolve this, and that came to the Constitution bench. And by using its creative brilliance, the Honorable Supreme Court used access to justice to resolve the issue. The court traced the origins of access to justice right from the times of the Magna Carta, then went down to the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights, then traced it in the 1966 International Convention of Civil and Political Rights, referred to the Roman maxim ubi jus ibi remedius, which means every right when it is breached, there should be a remedy towards that breach. Then they traced various common law principles, and then they also culled out how right to life became from just not a sense of existential right, but became a bundle of rights. And they traced it by referring to various judgments, right from Menka Gandhi, in which right to life was held to be not mere animal existence, but every aspect of the right to life, which is to lead a life which is meaningful and livable. Then they also referred to Khatri versus Union of India, where right to free legal aid was also considered to be part of Article 21. To Sheila Barse versus Union of India, where speedy trial was considered to be a right to life. And then they also referred to Lata Singh versus State of UP, in which right to marriage was considered a part of the right to life. And then they also referred to Kushwant Singh versus State of Punjab, in which reputation was considered an essential part of the... So by referring to all of this, the Honorable Supreme Court said that if right to life is not just a sense of living, but it includes a bundle of rights which is necessary for your living, then that right should also include a right to access to justice. And they went on to declare in Anita Kushwaha judgment that access to justice is an essential part of the right to life under Article 21. Why I am referring to that judgment today is that the object of the legal services is to provide access to justice. And in Anita Kushwaha, their lordships did not stop at saying that it is just a part of the right to life, but they also said it is a right under Article 14 as well. And then they went on to find 4 different facets to access to justice. The first 2 of them is by the state. It says the state shall provide effective adjudicatory mechanism. And then it says that the access to such adjudicatory mechanism, it must be accessible in terms of the distance. Now this is essentially for the state. Item number 3 and 4 would be relevant for the bar and bench. 3 said that such process must be speedy, and the fourth one said that it must be affordable. Now as far as the third one is concerned, that the adjudicatory process must be speedy, I think the bar and bench have a role to play. Now I'll stick to speaking about the bar. I think as lawyers, it's high time that we realize that every time we as lawyers either take an adjournment or delay drafting a pleading or conduct any delay in conducting the trial or submitting our arguments, we are making an inroad into a very precious fundamental right of the litigant. I think this should be taught to all the law students. It's the Bar Council of India must make it known to all the young lawyers when they are enrolled that we have to plan our schedule and our profession in such a way that we respect this very sacred right of the litigant, and we don't take it very casually, and we can't just blame the system for the delay in disposal. The courts are doing their best, all of us know, and Vivek just mentioned about how hardworking our judiciary is. As lawyers, have we contributed in ensuring that the trial is done speedily? If we are organized very well, and if we do not take any adjournment, and if we do things on time, that sacred right can be respected. So I think this is a day, the National Legal Services Day, to re-emphasize the importance of access to justice, which also includes the right to speedy justice, and examine as to how we all can contribute in helping towards that cause. Ever since its establishment, the Khalsa has made significant strides in achieving that. And now, under the very able and dynamic leadership of Honorable Justice Kameshwar Rao, we can all be hopeful that the good work will not only continue, I am sure he will take it to the next level. And for this opportunity, I am very grateful to the Khalsa to share some of my views. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your significant address, sir. Now I would like to request Sri K. Shashikiran Shetty, Advocate General, Government of Karnataka, to address the gathering, sir. Please.
Honorable Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, Executive Chairman, Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, Honorable Srimati Justice Anu Shivraman, President, Karnataka Judicial Academy, Bangalore, Honorable Justice Srinivas Harish Kumar, Judge, High Court of Karnataka and Chairman, High Court Legal Services Committee. We have with us Honorable Justice Sunil Dutt Yadav, Honorable Justice Shiv Shankar Amanavar, Vijay Kumar Patil, K.V. Arvind, Justice A.V. Chandrasekhar, Justice Ratnakala, Honorable Judges who are present here, my good friends Arvind Kamath, Vivek Subbareddy, Mr. Shanti Bhushan. In fact, Legal Services Authority is one of the very close to our heart for any lawyer, is because this is where we actually can do some service to the society apart from our day-to-day professional work. The satisfaction which we get in doing work for the Legal Services Authority, I think every lawyer, it should be part of every lawyer's duty. They should make it mandatory that they should appear in X number of cases, either a firm or a junior, so that, especially senior counsels also should be made to appear as a part of the Legal Services Authority. The concept of free legal aid and to the needy has its roots in the freedom movement. These days, legal luminaries rendered pro bono services to freedom fighters who were targeted by the colonial rules. The spirit of services founded reflection in the Constitution, with whose very legal luminaries serving as member of the Constitutional Assembly. Over the years, recognizing growing demand of legal assistance, our nation took a monumental step by enacting the National Legal Service Authority Act in 1987. This landmark legislation institutionalized the provisions of legal aid to an underprivileged, paving the way of the world's first largest legal aid system. Currently, staggering 75% of our population qualifies for these services, yet we must acknowledge the persistent challenges in reaching them all. For many, the journey to accessing legal information remains a distant dream. That is why gatherings like today are vital. They remind us of our mission to make justice accessible to everyone. If we want to remain as a society governed by rule of law, it is imperative for us to bridge the gap of accessibility to justice between highly privileged and the most vulnerable. For all times to come, we must remember the realities of socio-economic diversity which prevail in our nation cannot be a reason for denial of right. Let our past not determine our future. Let us dream of a future based on legal mobility, a future where equality is reality. Accessing justice is not merely an aspirational goal. It is a duty to turn this goal into a reality. We must work in unison with various branches of the government. India has the world's largest legal services program, yet we must remain critical in our assessment. While much has been said about expanding the access and questioning various aspects, how do we ensure excesses is meaningful and substantive? How do we address the persistent gaps? To create a future where justice is truly accessible to every citizen, we should embrace technology, promote legal literacy, strengthen pro bono culture, empower local mediation, and invest our legal infrastructure. Access to justice should not be a privilege, it is a fundamental right, as my friend just now explained. By remembering our approach to legal services, we can build a system that is fair, inclusive, and resilient in the face of rapidly changing world. Keeping all in this mind, let this day serve as a reminder of our duty to cause justice for the masses, and may we all identify and pursue our select role and contribute to the larger good. I take this opportunity to appreciate the efforts put in by various stakeholders, Legal Service Authority, panel, lawyers, paralegal volunteers for showing immense flexibility and determination of the cause of justice. As I said earlier, we have to as lawyers, we should, as senior counsels, we should come forward, actually do something in concrete and encourage junior lawyers also to see that we assist the access to justice to the poorest of the poor, especially in villages and various other areas. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your impressive address, sir. Now I would like to request Honorable Sri Justice Srinivas Harish Kumar, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Chairman High Court Legal Service Committee to deliver the address. Please, my lord.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Sri Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman, Karnataka State Legal Services Authority, Honorable Srimati Justice Anu Shivaraman, Judge High Court of Karnataka, and President Karnataka Judicial Academy, all my brother judges, former judges, Justice A.V. Chandrasekhar and Srimati Justice Ratnakala, Sri Shanti Bhushan, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Sri Arvind Kamath, Additional Solicitor General of India, Shashi Kiran Shetty, Advocate General, Sri Vivek Subbareddy, President of the Advocates Association, Bengaluru, Sri T.G. Ravi, General Secretary, Advocates Association, Bengaluru, Sri Muralidhar Pai, Srimati K.B. Geeta, the Principal District Judges of Bengaluru City Civil Court and Bengaluru Rural respectively, Sri Raghunath, Member Secretary of Karnataka State Legal Service Authority, Sri Bharat Kumar, Registrar General, all the judicial officer friends, students of the law colleges, friends. Today we have gathered here to celebrate National Legal Services Day. It can be said that justice is not a privilege for the wealthy, but a right available to all. Consequent to establishment of National Legal Services Authority on 9th November 1995, this day is dedicated to raising awareness about legal rights and ensuring access to justice for all, regardless of one's economic or social status. This day serves as a reminder of the significance of legal aid in a democratic society and underscores the role of Indian legal system in fostering equality and fairness. let us not think that Legal Services Day is just a time for celebration, but a time to call for action. This day reminds us that legal aid is a crucial pillar in the fight for social justice. While much progress has been made since 1995, the journey towards universal access to justice continues. The government, legal professionals, and citizens must all work together to ensure that legal aid becomes a reality for everyone, regardless of one's background or financial status. As we celebrate the Legal Services Day on this day, let it be a moment of reflection on how far we have come and a commitment to the work to be done in building a more just and equitable society for all. Making legal services more effective and accessible to all is a complex challenge. But there are several strategies that can be employed to improve the system. These strategies involve a combination of technological innovation, policy reforms, legal education, and changes to how legal professionals operate. Encouraging law firms, lawyers, and law students to offer pro bono legal services can help the underserved communities access legal representation. For example, many law schools run legal aid clinics where students work under supervision to provide legal help to these individuals who can't afford attorneys. Strengthening public defense programs ensures that everyone, regardless of income, has access to competent legal representation, especially in criminal cases. At all levels of the legal services authority, so national level, state level, district level, and taluka levels, there is a panel of advocates. It's our experience that the advocates who get empaneled are not so much interested in conducting the cases. So my request on this occasion is that all senior advocates, including designated senior advocates, must voluntarily show the readiness to conduct cases on behalf of the poor and downtrodden. They must think that this is their responsibility. Great Saint Purandaradasa says in one of his compositions, Kereya Neerannu Kerege Chelliri. The philosophical meaning of this is dedicating or returning to society what we have gained from the society. So if the senior advocates think that their experience, they have gained the experience they have gained from the society conducting cases for long years, if they dedicate it to the benefit of poor and downtrodden, it is nothing but Hari Samarpane which can be equated to society. So this service is nothing but Hari Samarpane. Legal aid organizations play a crucial role, no doubt, in providing free legal services to low-income individuals. Government should allocate more resources to enable the legal aid organizations to handle the growing demand. That apart, expanding legal aid to cover a wide range of civil matters would help more people who are not facing criminal charges but still need legal aid. Legal process, we have found that legal process is very complicated. Very often contracts are drafted in complex language which a common man cannot understand. Therefore, legal services could be made more effective by drafting documents in plain language that is accessible to general public. And legal literacy camps are being held periodically in all the places. But my suggestion is that in all the camps, much thrust is being given to rights, maybe legal rights or constitutional rights. Indeed, education in this regard is to be given, but in my opinion, legal literacy camps are not merely meant for spreading awareness, but every citizen of this country must be made aware of their duties. Duties, I mean, the fundamental duties enshrined in the Constitution, not only the fundamental duties, but also undefined duties. That means what Nani Palkhewala in his book has said, obedience to unwritten. This must be the thrust in the legal aid camps. Legal aid camps are not meant for bringing awareness to the people about the laws. The effect of it is that litigations will multiply. The main idea behind arranging legal aid camps is to see that one day this society should become free of litigations. That must be the motive of the legal aid camps. Alternative dispute resolution method should be adopted. For many disputes, especially civil matters, mediation can provide a quick, cost-effective alternative to going to the court. Expanding the availability and use of this ADR method can reduce the burden on the court system and make legal outcomes more accessible. Community-based mediation centers can help resolve local disputes without formal legal proceedings. These programs can focus on issues like disputes between neighbors, family disputes, or minor civil claims. Unfortunately, ADR has not received its due recognition, probably due to lack of publicity. To make it popular, a wide range of publicity is required. Even before people approach court, they must be knowing about the ADR methods so that they can approach permanent local alerts for resolution of disputes. Therefore, the state and the district legal services authority may pay attention to give publicity to the ADR system in the newspapers and electronic media. This may be introduced in the curriculum of the secondary schools also. Access to marginalized communities, the legal services should be designed to address the specific barriers faced by marginalized communities, including racial and ethnic minorities, people with disabilities, and immigrants. This includes providing legal services in multiple languages, ensuring accessibility for people with disabilities, and making sure that communities are aware of their rights. Legal professionals need to be trained to understand and navigate cultural, linguistic, and social differences. This helps to ensure that legal services are truly accessible and effective for all people. Law schools can incorporate courses on public interest law, community-based legal services, and how to work with low-income and vulnerable population. Additionally, lawyers can receive continuous professional development on how to work effectively in diverse communities. Law firms, law schools, and bar associations can emphasize the social responsibility aspect of legal practice, encouraging more lawyers to take on public interest work or work for social good. Collaborating with other professionals such as social workers, financial advisors, and mental health professionals can create a more holistic approach to legal issues. For example, someone facing eviction might benefit from both legal advice and help with securing housing or managing finances. Experimenting with new models of service delivery, such as technology-driven platforms, mobile apps, or legal services for specific communities, is the need of the hour. Depending on the success, use of these modes can be scaled up. As I have already said, legal literacy must be a part of curriculum in the schools. We have seen a steep increase in crimes under the POCSO Act. This is, in my opinion, due to absence of moral education in the schools. When we were students, there used to be at least 2 or 3 periods in a week for moral education. Its disappearance now is showing its effect in adolescents. Section 43 of the POCSO Act states that the central government and the government should make measures to give wide publicity about the provisions of the Act. The awareness camps must be arranged in schools and colleges, and the students must be educated so that they do not get involved in crimes. So, to conclude, to make legal services more effective and accessible, a multi-pronged approach that combines technology, policy reform, innovative service delivery models, and focus on equity is needed. By leveraging technology, expanding legal aid programs, simplifying processes, and ensuring that legal services are available to marginalized communities, we can move closer to a legal system that is truly accessible to all. So, thanking the organizers for having provided me with an opportunity to share my thoughts, I conclude. Thank you all.
Thank you, my lord, for your meaningful address. Your lordship's invaluable contribution and participation has added immense value to the program. We are truly grateful to your lordship. Thank you, my lord. Now I would like to request Honorable Srimati Justice Anu Sivaraman, Judge High Court of Karnataka and President Karnataka Judicial Academy to deliver the address. Please, my lord.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭ ಸಂಜೆ. Honorable Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, all my esteemed brother and sister judges, both sitting and retired, who are part of this dais as well as the audience, the esteemed advocates on the dais, the members of this esteemed audience, my greetings on this Legal Services Day to each and every one of you. There are 2 problems when you are called upon to speak as one of the last speakers of the day. The first of the problems is that you have to second guess as to what the speakers before you would be likely to say, so that you have something different to contribute. And secondly, you have to say something that the prior speakers have not said. So on a day like this, I'm aware of my limitations as one of the last speakers. I would only I do not intend to make a long speech on this day. We are all aware, as this enlightened audience does not need to be told why we are here and what the significance of the day is. However, I just thought that as the attempt, as I said, to say something which has not been said, I thought we'd just go back to the basics and remind ourselves of the language of the constitutional provisions so that we are reminded of what the law means us to do. The state shall secure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity and shall, in particular, provide free legal aid by suitable legislation or schemes or in any other way to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities. So reads Article 39A of the Constitution of India, inserted by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Pursuant thereto, the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987 was enacted with the object to constitute legal service authorities to provide free and competent legal services to the weaker sections of the society and to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities, and to organize Lok Adalats to secure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity. The Karnataka State Legal Service Authority was constituted on 19/4/1997 and has been actively involved in rendering legal aid, other legal services, conducting Lok Adalats, and implementing the various schemes formulated by the National Legal Services Authority throughout the state since then. This commemoration of the implementation of the noble idea enshrined in Article 39A by passing of the Act on 9th November 1995 is an occasion for all of us to renew our commitment to the constitutional goal of providing legal aid and ensuring equal justice to all citizens. We have been told by the erudite members of on the dais as to how we should attempt to go about doing this. I only wish to remind each one of us that it is only our renewed commitment to the words of the law and what is intended of us that will lead us to doing what we can to ensure that social justice is made available in the complete sense to each citizen of this country. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Ladyship, for your insightful and thought-provoking speech on this occasion. Your Ladyship's support and concern towards legal services institution is a gain for the marginalized and weaker section of the society. We are truly honored to Your Ladyship. Thank you, Madam. We are deeply honored and privileged to have among us today Honorable Sri Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Judge High Court of Karnataka and Executive Chairman KSLSA. Now I would like to request His Lordship to deliver the keynote address. Please, my Lord.
Good evening to all. Ellargu namaskara. My sister, Justice Anu Sivaraman, she said she was the last speaker, but I say that I am the last speaker. You said one of them. Very well, I stand corrected. But surely I am the last speaker. And having heard all the speakers who were sitting on the dais, the only thing I have to say is I agree with all of them and just sit. But surely I have really, I have come with a written speech and I intend to read it, at least for the consideration of everyone. And also the very purpose of the Act and the work which the Karnataka Legal Services Authority has done. And that must be because since we belong to this state, we must at least look at the work which we have done for the larger interest of the society, the citizen of this state. Brother Srinivas Harish Kumar, all my brother and sister judges, and even the former judges, the judges who are at Dharwad and Kalburgi, Shri K. Shashikiran Shetty, the Advocate General, Government of Karnataka, Shri K. Arvind Kamath, Additional Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, Shri Shanti Bhushan, Deputy Solicitor General, High Court of Karnataka, Shri Vivek Subbareddy, President, Advocates Association, Bengaluru, Shri T.G. Ravi, General Secretary, Advocates Association, Bengaluru, all the former judges who are present today, Srimati K.B. Geeta, the Principal Districts and Sessions Judge, Chairperson DLSA Bengaluru Ruler, Shri Murlidhar Pai, Principal City and Civil Sessions Judge and Chairman DLSA Bengaluru Urban, and Shri M.L. Raghunath, and all the judicial officers who are present today, the advocates and the students from the law colleges who are here, the print media, print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I must begin by wishing you all a happy Legal Services Day. I recollect today in the function which was organized by the National Legal Services Authority, Justice Sanjeev Khanna has wished everyone a happy Legal Services Day, and surely I am representing the Karnataka Legal Services Authority. I am wishing you all a happy Legal Services Day. See, today I invoke the memory of late Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, who believed society is guilty if anyone suffers unjustly. How true is that? Today is an appropriate occasion to keep this thought in our mind. We are here to celebrate National Legal Services Day, which is observed every year on the 9th November to commemorate the commencement of Legal Services Authorities Act 1987, which came into force on 9th November 1995. The Act came into force in the state of Karnataka on 6/3/1997. That is, after 2 years it came into effect. This year's theme is Empowering Justice, Accessible Aid for All. It reminds us of the power of knowledge and access to justice. Article 39A of the Indian Constitution guarantees state to provide free legal aid to the poor and weaker sections of the society. The National Legal Services Day is celebrated across the country to appraise the people about the availability of free legal aid and activities of legal services institutions. As Justice P.N. Bhagwati, a great proponent of the legal aid, said that legal aid means justice to the poor, and promise of equal justice is rendered meaningless unless we can provide equal access to legal resources to all citizens. This idea remains core to the mission of National Legal Services Authority, state legal services authorities, district legal services authorities, and Taluk Legal Services Committee. This occasion serves as a reminder of our collective commitment to uphold the principles of equity and making justice accessible to everyone, regardless of their socio-economic background. It is also celebrated to raise awareness about the various legal rights available to an individual and to ensure that every citizen, irrespective of their status, has access to free legal aid and fair representation. Yes, the government is extending all support to strengthen the legal services authorities institutions in the form of grant in aid and other logical support. As per Section 12 of the Legal Services Authorities Act, free legal aid is provided to a member of SC/ST victim of trafficking in human beings, a woman or a child, a person with disability, a victim of mass disaster, ethnic violence, caste, atrocity, flood, drought, earthquake, or industrial disaster, or an industrial workman, and a person in custody, and a person whose annual income is less than 3 lakhs. Another achievement of Legal Services Authorities Act is its efficiency to resolve cases through Lok Adalat to encourage out-of-court settlement. The legal service authorities are doing extensive work in reaching out the poor in the remotest village of the country. The Karnataka Legal Services Authority came into existence on 19/4/1997, along with its district legal services authorities, Taluka Legal Services Committees, and is instrumental in making legal services accessible to the needy people in Karnataka. This makes us realize the dream of truly inclusive legal system. I would like to mention here about the strength and working pattern of the Karnataka Legal Services Authority. In total, 1,289 legal services clinics are functional in the state. 2,964 panel advocates are working in the state, with 5,032 paralegal volunteers. In all, 6,218 court-based legal services and 88,538, that is 88,538 clinic-based legal services have been provided in the state from January 2024 till the end of September 2024. That's within a period of 9 months. Around 7,825 legal awareness programs workshops have been organized from January 24 till September 24 by the legal services authorities and committees. The Karnataka Legal Services Authority is organizing Lok Adalats in the state through the High Court Legal Services Committee, of which Justice Harish Kumar is the chairman. District Legal Services Authorities, that is headed by the principals and district judges, and Taluka Legal Services Committees in this year. We have already held 3 national Lok Adalats, wherein 7,17,035 pending cases have been decided, and around 97,71,148 pre-litigation cases have been settled. The National Legal Services Authorities has introduced 11 schemes for implementation. These schemes relates to enforcement of tribal rights, legal services to mentally disabled persons and children and their protection, victims of trafficking, commercial, sexual exploitation, scheme for paralegal volunteers, senior citizens, disaster victims, effective implementation of poverty alleviation, victims of acid attacks, workers in the unorganized sector, victims of drug abuse, eradication of drug menace. The former High Court judges, some of whom are present here, Justice R. Gururajan, Justice N. Kumar, Justice Ajit J. Gunjal, Justice Subhash B. Adi, Justice Ashok B. Hinchagiri, Justice K. N. Keshav Narayana, Justice A. N. Venugopal Gowda, Justice Ratnakala, Justice A. V. Chandrasekhar, and Justice John Michael Kuna are heading all these 11 NALSA schemes as chairpersons and rendering their pro bono service to the authority. And I take this opportunity to acknowledge and convey the gratitude on behalf of the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority to them for rendering the pro bono service for the interest of every citizen in the state of Karnataka. Senior counsels are also rendering pro bono service to the legal services authorities. Selected panel advocates and paralegal volunteers are also rendering their service to the legal service institutions. The paralegal volunteers are working as bridge between the legal services institutions and the public. The universities and law college students or the institutions, Karnataka Legal Services Authority is utilizing their services in large scale. The legal aid clinics established in every law college, the students thereof visits every village on weekly holidays to meet the farmers, craftsmen and other needy persons living in the villages to get themselves apprised about their specific problems. The students are guiding the people to approach legal services institutions for redressal of their grievances. The students are also participating in the legal literacy programs, and I must express my gratitude to all the students who have been doing this work, and I hope and desire that they will continue to do the good duty in future also. The Registrar General of this court, other registrars of the High Court of Karnataka, extending their services to the legal services authorities in conducting various meetings and programs. All the judicial officers working in the state have an important part in the conduct of the Lok Adalat legal literacy programs, and with their assistance, we could achieve the figures which I have just pointed out a few minutes back. I also thank the Government of Karnataka and other officers of the government, Advocate General, the Learned Advocate General, Government of Karnataka, and his team, Additional Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, and Deputy Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, and their team for their active support towards the legal services authorities. The journey of justice is not an individual one. It is a shared commitment of every citizen. On this occasion, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who contributed in the noble cause. Let us pledge to continue working towards a society where justice is accessible to all, where legal aid is not a privilege but is a service. We must uphold the spirit of Legal Services Authorities Act by ensuring that the doors of justice remain open to everyone, regardless of their background. I express my gratitude to the Honorable the Chief Justice, Justice N.B. Anjaria, for according permission to organize this program. I am confident that the Legal Services Authority will continue to put their best effort in rendering the legal aid and advice to the poor and all the needy people. Let us, on this occasion of Legal Services Day, reaffirm our commitment to create a system where justice knows no boundaries, where every voice is heard, every grievance is addressed, and every right is protected. Thank you very much. Jai Hind and Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, my lord, for the enlightening and insightful address. Your lordship's wisdom, insights, and expertise has been truly enlightening and has provided perspective to the current state of legal system and vision for the future. We are very grateful to your lordship. Thank you, my lord. As we come to the concluding part of the program, and it is time to propose vote of thanks. Now, I would like to request Sri Varadaraj B. Member Secretary, District Legal Service Authority, Bengaluru Urban, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected Honorable Judges of the High Court of Karnataka, esteemed judicial officers, distinguished guests, law students, paralegal volunteers, ladies and gentlemen. I feel truly honored to have the opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks on this special occasion of Legal Services Day. Today, we gathered not only to celebrate the spirit of justice, but also to reaffirm our commitment to provide legal services to the underprivileged, ensuring justice is accessible to everyone, regardless of their socio-economic status. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to His Lordship, Honorable Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, and Executive Chairman, KSLSA, for his valuable presence and inspiring address on this occasion. Your Lordship's dedication to justice and vision for accessible legal service stand as a beacon of hope for all of us working within the legal system. It is your leadership that encourages us to strive towards a fairer and more inclusive justice system. I, on behalf of KSLSA, DLSA Bangalore Urban and Rural, wholeheartedly thank your Lordship. Thank you, my Lord. I wish to thank His Lordship, Justice Srinivasa Harish Kumar, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, and Chairman, HCLSA, Her Ladyship, Honorable Srimati Justice Anu Shivaraman, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, and President, Karnataka Judicial Academy, for your wisdom, dedication, which provides guidance and strength to those of us who serve in the judiciary. I, on behalf of all the organizers, thank your Lordships for your presence in today's program. Thank you, my Lords. I thank all the Honorable Justices of Honorable High Court of Karnataka, all the former judges who have marked their presence in this program. Thank you, my Lords. I also thank all the Honorable judges who are present virtually, thank you, my lords. I thank Sri Vivek Subbareddy, President, Advocate Association of Bangalore, Sri T.G. Ravi, General Secretary, Advocate Association of Bangalore, for having associated in organizing this wonderful program. Thank you, sir. I also thank Sri K. Arvind Kamath, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, High Court of Karnataka, Sri Shanti Bhushan, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Sri K. Shashikiran Shetty, Learned Advocate General, for your esteemed presence in today's program. Thank you, sir. I also express my gratitude and regards to Honorable Registrar General of High Court of Karnataka, all the learned additional registrars, Sri M.L. Raghunath, learned member secretary KSLSA, and all his team, and everyone who worked tirelessly to make today's event a very success. Your hard work ensures that such initiatives continues to bridge the gap between justice and those who seek it. Thank you, sir. I also thank all the distinguished judicial officers, paralegal volunteers, law students, faculty members for your gracious presence, which made this program a grand success. Lastly, but not the least, I thank all the print and visual media for having participated in this program, with a request to circulate the message of today's program to the entire society. In conclusion, let us all reaffirm our commitment to the values of fairness, equality, and service to society. May we continue to work towards a legal system that truly serves every citizen with compassion, diligence, and unwavering dedication. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. And I also express my gratitude to you, sir. Thank you. Before we disperse, I wish to say it has truly been an honor to be a part of such an accomplished gathering. Thank you everyone for being a part of this celebration. Let us all rise for the national anthem.
Janagana mana adhinayak jaya he Bharat bhagya vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mange Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha Janagana Mangala Dayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He.
Thank you. IT is arranged for the lordships and dignitaries at Chief Justice Conference Hall, and I request all the honorable present and former judges and dignitaries to join the IT at Conference Hall. And also IT is arranged for the learned district judges at the venue itself, and IT is arranged for the students and others at the outside the venue. Please, I request all to join for the IT. Thank you, ma'am.